We got a confirmed one. So this one's confirmed for UFC 317, June
That's right.
28th, Las Vegas at lightweight, and it's for the belt at lightweight. And it's Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira.
This
they
is
both
your
got their wish.
main event.
They both got their wish. Charles said he wouldn't fight it again until it was for the actual title. Ilia said he was promised that it would be for the world lightweight title.
No one lied to him.
And Islam stepped away from the title, said, okay, let him fight for it. I mean, it makes sense. Like I said, him beating Islam fighting another 45-pounder and beating him does nothing for him. Him beating Charles again does nothing for him. Him beating Justin, as much as I love Justin, I don't think it really does anything for him because of him coming off the loss that he had to Max. It doesn't do anything.
I agree with you.
I like that fight because
I like it.
I want to see it myself.
But I don't think it does anything for Islam or
it doesn't do anything to his legacy. It doesn't do anything for it.
No.
And yeah, and then having the Sarukian fight again would have just been a great fight. I don't think the outcome would have been any different. But you never know. Sarukian's come a long way. This fight, though, to me, this is what I want to know, though. How did you end up with Charles and not Arman Sarukian? He's the #1 contender.
Oh, hold on. What do you mean? You want to know? Do you want me to spell it out for you?
Yes, I do.
Here. Pullout. Pull out. He pulled out of a championship. Okay, there you go.
Times, yeah.
Pulled out of a championship.
I'd have a lot more kids if I didn't do that.
Thank God you pulled out, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. Look, again, people don't realize how much money goes into the marketing of one of these championship fights. And when you have someone pull out, and you can sit there and say whatever you want as far as, well, there was an injury. Okay, there was an injury, right? That's not what, in the end, that we've been kind of told. And that's by people that know other people pretty well. And the weight was a problem. He got too big. Making the weight was going to be a problem. And so instead of fighting and not fighting for the belt, because he could not win the belt if he weighed in heavy, it was, I'm hurt. Okay, but you're going to pay for that. Mm-hmm. The UFC is not going to just put you back in a championship fight. And this is exactly what we're talking about. Charles Oliveira has fought everybody that they've put him with. He's done everything that has been asked. You got Ilia Topuria coming up. They made a promise that he, if he dropped the 145 title, he could fight for the 155. I see exactly why they go with Charles Oliveira. It makes sense. Arman will eventually get there, but this was the payback of, you cost us a lot of money.
I can understand them being upset. I was not questioning that part of it. But now that Islam is gone, that fight has disappeared. Yeah. He's still the #1 contender. Ilia coming up, guaranteed or promised the title shot. I just want to see the two guys from Georgia fight. That's what I'm really. I want to see if they're going to fight, because I'd seen I'd heard they're not going to fight each other. They're both from Georgia. Who you see Americans fight each other all the time. Brazilians fight each other all the time. Japanese fight all each other. Like, you're going to have to fight them. Yeah. You're going to have to fight them. So I just wanted to see that fight now. Because you have the #1 guy, then that would have let us know right off the bat how good Ilia is. You're fighting the #1 guy. Now, Charles, to me, I'm not taking anything away from Charles. Charles is an absolute stud. I love watching him fight. He's probably one of my favorite fighters of all time because he's so good on the feet, so crafty.
So good everywhere.
He's phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. Yeah. And what I love about him the most, he's so respectful to everyone. I would love to. Honestly, I wish I could have fought someone like him when I was fighting, because I love fighting guys that are like that are respectful. No matter what, afterwards, they're not going to be douchebags. I loved fighting those guys because you knew you could lay it all out there, take chances, and the guy at the end was going to be like, yeah, you're such this, you're such, like, I hate fighting those guys. I hate having those kind of fights. It kind of stressed me out even more, and I didn't like fighting those guys. This is awesome, man. I love this. I love this fight. I do. I just wanted to see Arman get his shot, but I understand why. This is going to be a great fight. How do you see this fight playing out, though?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. This is a great fight. Although Ilia is very good on the ground, I think that, he can be caught just like anybody. The stand-up of Charles has gotten into that, since he won it's not even before, even when he was like fighting Tony Ferguson, getting up to that, where he was going to get his championship shot. he got into the whole thing of, because a lot of people throughout his career says, oh, he can be hurt and he'll start to fade and he'll be running away. He got into biting down on his mouthpiece and just going after people when they hurt him. And it really changed him as a fighter, as far as how dangerous he became, because you could hurt him and he was going to try to hurt you back right away. And he's pretty goddamn good at it. And he's pretty successful with it. And so, you can take a look, Chandler, in that first fight, Chandler had him, hurt, he survived, comes back, puts it on him. He had, same thing, when he was fighting Gaethje, Gaethje hurt him, still put it on him, and he's just this guy now that you're looking. I think Topuria is a perfect blend of dangerous on the feet with power, He's not a real kicker, where Charles is very good, especially with that front push and deep kick that he throws. He uses it as a jab, and he keeps on coming back to hitting you in the solar plexus, hitting you to the sternum, all these places that he keeps on popping. It affects you. It affects your breathing rhythm. It does a lot of things to you. And so he uses more of the kickboxing, Muay Thai look. He brings the leg up a lot and stuff, where Topuria is more boxing centric, but he'll kick at times. But I just look at this fight. They're so well matched. It's the question of who's going to land. I do think that Topuria actually has the more power. I think he is the heavier hitter, even though he's coming from the 145s, and Charles fought at 145, but he's the heavier handed guy. But I look at, Oliveira, danger wise, on the ground, I think he's more dangerous than Topuria, and especially if he gets to the top position. Will he get there? I don't know. I think Topuria is a damn good wrestler, and his defensive wrestling is damn good. But we've seen people take him down. He can be taken down just like anybody. I think it's just it's an intriguing fight. I can't wait to see how the odds come out and everything. I honestly think that they're going to make Topuria the favorite in it, which is kind of intriguing when you look at everything that Charles has done in his career. But he is, Topuria is undefeated, and so it makes sense.
BetUSTV.com should have the odds up, at least for the. I was told they have the Islam ones up already. There you go. Nope, that's the old one right there. Or
that's
is
old.
Old?
That's Ilia versus Volkanovski. That's a little bit.
No, we're looking. Yeah, but I believe that they have the Islam JDM fights up there already. Yeah. The odds, the early odds.
Do they?
I believe so. Yeah, because I called them and asked them to put those up today, and they said they should be up. I'm hoping that they put these ones out as well. But I would agree with you 100%. This is what I want to take away, though, is can Charles take him down? And I think he can.
Yes.
I think Charles can take him down. And the reason why I believe he can take him down is because he's the shoulder fighter. And the way that he took Michael Chandler down was he lifted the leg, the single, and he scooped and elevated to get him off balance. And then he was able to take the back and control the side position against the fence, all of those things.
Yeah.
So if he can do something along those lines where he gets in on a single, he's able to scoop and lift, especially if he pushes Ilia to the fence and able to get to the single leg and lift and scoop and elevate it to get him off balance, I think he's going to have success in those positions. Where he doesn't want to allow Charles to be is on his back. Does not want Charles on his back. And if you recall, he almost got his back taken, or he did get his back taken by Bryce Mitchell. So that's a very dangerous position.
He got his back taken by Mitchell?
I believe so. I know they ended up in a scramble. I think Bryce got his back, and then I think Ilia was able to scramble out of it and get free, but he's not going to be able to do something like that with Charles. If Charles gets to his back, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. I'm not saying he's going to get finished. I'm simply saying he's going to probably end up losing that round, though.
Yeah.
And I look at this fight. It's an awesome fight. The push kicks I get a little concerned about, because if you go back and you watch when Ilia fought Volk and when he fought who else was it? And Bryce Mitchell. A lot of the funky kicks, all those things. Ilia is really good at keeping his hands defensively right by his chin, but he swipes away really well with the kicks. And he blocks really well. He keeps his defense pretty tight, and then he counters really well off of your kicks. So that's going to concern me a little bit. But look, this is a great matchup. I'm excited for it. I'm glad they got it together. I just want to know where Armand falls in all of this after when the winner of this fight. So I really want to see the two.
After this, I think you'll see Armand getting his shot.
He's gonna have to beat somebody though. They've offered him a couple fights apparently.
He hasn't fought in over a year.
I know. That's wild to
So
me. That's wild to me, John. This episode is brought to you by BetUS. Make sure you guys YouTube 150 for the promo code. Also, Element, use the link in the descriptions down below. Any product you buy from there, they will send you a bonus package of product if you use our link down below. Element's amazing, man. I love it. And I want to say thank you, man. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support us.